Okay, so what is the question? The What is the question? I remember years ago, I was in a 12-step meeting actually, and there was a guy there, and he said, "The most important thing is the question. The most important thing is the question." And I was like, "What does he mean?" It hadn't all fallen into place yet, you know, and it was like, not that it's entirely all fallen into place now. I still struggle a little sometimes. But what his question was, who am I? And that was, that was just some guy I met in a meeting one time. But that had been the question. That is the question. That's the eternal question. Who am I? And ego says, no, 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 no. That's not the question. The question is, what am I supposed to be doing? No, that's a dead end, or why am I here? Again, those questions will be answered by who am I? And so it's not necessarily an easy path because ego doesn't want us to look at that. Ego says we are, you're a father. What does ego tell me? I'm a father. Ego says, you're a brother. You're a son. You're a partner or a lover. You're a student. Ego likes to say that. David, you're a student. Yes, okay. So all of those things, I suppose, but without attachment, without, you're a seeker. No, no. So who am I? Who am I? I recommend I have some friends here in town, and people do this all over the planet. They lead a weekend called the Enlightenment Intensive. Hopefully later this year there can be one here, and you can go. And the question is asked for a whole weekend: Who am I? Who am I? And until the possibility is that the mind finally surrenders and just drops the question, just drops the whole thing. And what's there after we've gone through all of the answers is nothingness, and which is actually something. It seems like nothingness, but it's filled with amazingness. It's filled with bliss. It's filled with color. It's filled, um, you know. I remember the first time that this happened in my later life, and it reminded me of when I was a youth doing acid. In a way, it was like, holy shit, this is really, so my perception opened up. My beliefs have kept me small. Okay? My beliefs have kept me small. My mind keeps us in a kind of a controlled situation and small. And when I drop the beliefs, we have the potential to become expanded, to become without boundaries, without beginning or end, without and we see the depth of things, and we see the space between things, and that's an immensity. We recognize that we're not separate. So, but it's beliefs that keep us separate. Just be with that for a minute. So the question is, who am I? And even a specific belief in a higher power with an image can keep us separate. It's a beautiful thing that would happen for us in the 12-step world, is because there is no real image, only for the sake of helping in the early days, but what we develop is a God consciousness, and so it's not an image, it's beyond image. But many religions portrayed an image because they felt that the folks needed an image and something to believe in. But believing in keeps us small. So, and recognize that our natural state is this oneness. So we don't have to do anything. We don't have to believe it. It is already there. And so let's say, for instance, because lots of times, when I'm talking with folks here in this venue, we're talking to people often who are living in resistance, living in addiction often, or trying to move out of addiction, or in the early days of recovery, or motivated by the pain of addiction to find that oneness, to find that source. And they're often very confused, because I was there for many years, had, a concept of a higher power that was very limited. And it was it was almost my Sunday school concept, and it was so indoctrinated into me that I felt blasphemous to imagine that it was anything else. And Bill Wilson helped. And if you're in recovery, you know who I mean. Bill was the author of the big book, and many other. He was really the co-founder of AA. And Bill said in We Agnostics, which is an amazing chapter. If you're struggling with a concept of higher power and how we fit into that, We Agnostics is an amazing chapter. He said God either is or he isn't. Either he's everything or he's nothing. And it's like, wow, what, okay, all right, I get that. So God is everything. And just let that settle. Who am I? God is everything. Let that settle in. And if what you're looking for is peace, if what you're looking for is serenity, if what you're looking for is living in intuition, living in a free flow, instead of a restricted tightness of fear and anger. If you're looking, and these are questions that we must look at. Okay, these are not to be, left behind or imagine that this is sacrilege to look at this. We are all that. All of us are that. So there is nobody here that can't have this. We have the innate. It is who we are already. It's just our beliefs that have separated us. And our fears and our anger and our guilt and our shame has separated us. So we melt that. And as it melts, we become who we are. We self-realize. We say, oh my God, no pun intended. There it is. So that's the possibilities. All right? Is that too much? I don't, oh my gosh. Anyway, so that was, yeah, so we can talk about that more. I want to tell you that last night we did our first Monday meditation that we'd had in quite some time. And I decided just before that I posted that we weren't going to broadcast. For a long time, we've done our Monday meditations, and when we had it online, we broadcast, and I just thought, it just came to me, don't broadcast it, just invite. And we had a really wonderful turnout, and it became obvious that people want to come to the meditation, but they don't want to be, seen on Facebook and YouTube. So we're going to go that route. We're going to do Monday meditations going forward, and we'll do them in a more private scenario. So if you'd like to join us on Mondays at 7, I'll let you know about how to do that on Zoom. And we of course want to see your face, but it won't be broadcast. It'll just be us who are there. So that's Mondays, and this is all part of being with folks who are awakening, who are coming out of the dream, who are, we are. I fancy myself. Hopefully, this is not a limiting statement, but a jailbreaker. You know, we're in the jail of our beliefs. We're in the jail of our concepts, right? Our isms. So let's help each other get out and get free. Wake up. Okay. All right, that's my little chat this morning. Hopefully that's something. Hey, okay. Tuesday morning. What day is it? My gosh, what a beautiful month this has been. Not for everybody, but because it's interesting that we're all kind of caught in this new world of what's happening or not happening, or what's right or what's wrong. So we're being broken out of our old beliefs about life, and it's beautiful. So enjoy the not knowing. Okay, just enjoy the not knowing. Here we go. This is January 26th. And this is from our little 24-hour day book. I've been reading this. I mean, this started doing this morning thing just with me reading from this. And very little discussion, no meditation. It was just, sometimes just 10 minutes of a little bit of discussion and reading this. We started May 1st, in 2020, and my whole thought at the time was to just share with folks on a daily basis, to give some of us somewhere to go, give me somewhere to go, so I feel very blessed that I've had this opportunity to share. And my it seems like it, we're going to keep doing this, and it may change form, but yeah, seems like it. What do you guys think? Hopefully you enjoy it. If you enjoy it, it would be nice if you say so. I mean, not necessarily. Yes. Well, hi, Kayla. Yes, I plan to do that. That's my intent. Kayla says, will you continue until you reach May again? That's my intent, yeah. And then, we'll see where it wants to go after that. That's that is my intent, yes. We'll see. I even with that, it's, to be open to the possibilities of what wants to happen. Okay, January 26th, thought for the day. It says, as we became alcoholics or become alcoholics, the bad effects of drinking came more and more to outweigh the good effects. Well, yes, that happened for me day one, literally day one. I was one of those, I think I was like 13, and when I first, really discovered alcohol, and from day one, it was a horror story, and I remember being sick and throwing up, and normal people would never drink again. But there you go. But the strange part of it is that no matter what drinking did to us, loss of our health, our jobs, our money, our homes, we still stuck to it, depended on it. Our dependence on drinking became an obsession. In the 12-step world in AA, we find a new outlook on life. We learn how to change from alcoholic thinking to sober thinking. We find out that we can no longer depend on drinking for anything. We depend on God. We depend on a higher power instead. And that's what happens when we, even that dependency shifts from a dependency to a relationship, to a knowing, to a literal relationship. We're like, oh, because we are that. There is no separation, and it becomes so obvious that that we are that. There's nothing missing in the moment, and this relationship with universal intelligence is real. How would you like that? It isn't actually. It's hilarious, I think, that because it seems so obvious now. Okay, meditation for the day. I will keep my life calm and unruffled. I will keep. He said try, but I don't put try in. I will keep my life calm and unruffled. This is my great task, to find peace and acquire serenity. Wake up, baby. Yes. I must not harbor disturbing thoughts, no matter what fears, worries, and resentments I may have. No matter what fears, worries, and resentments I may have, I must think of constructive things. Always calmness comes, until calmness comes. Only when I am calm can I act as a channel of God's Spirit. So calm, he's equating with presence. Calm, he's equating with presence. So when I'm present, consciousness is there. And God is consciousness. God is love. Prayer for the day. I pray that I may build up instead of tearing down. I pray that I may be constructive and not destructive. Yes. We are that. We are that. Shall we meditate a little bit and just kind of drop into or become more aware of that oneness? Okay. Would you guys like to do that? I'd love to hear what your thoughts are on these talks, and you can make a comment. Love it if you follow us on YouTube as well and make comments there. It's a bit, I don't know. I'm enjoying the whole thing with building a YouTube, sharing the message, and been doing some interviews too. I think I've done 8. We've done, I think, 8 interviews in the last couple of weeks, and just for a week, and did one yesterday, and I have one today, and one tomorrow. I think one every day this week. So some really interesting people. I mean, everybody's interesting, but I'm not I'm not trying to find anybody that's everybody has a special gift. So I'm just really saying yes to who comes and shows up, and let's have a look at what they want to share with us, and who they are. So I encourage you to go to YouTube and go back through some of the interviews. There's been, I thought, some very vulnerable, revealing, honest moments. And even when they're not those things, they are, we see the realness in folks. So I encourage you to go back, go to YouTube and watch some of those interviews, and leave comments, and like them, and subscribe to the channel, and see what you think. Okay. And if you're looking for a link to YouTube, if you go on this, on my page, you'll find some YouTube videos posted there. Click on that, takes you into, into my YouTube channel. Okay. So we're going to meditate, and yes, real life, relatable people. Yes, thank you. Yeah, that's who they are. So yeah, and I think people that will find interesting. I do anyway. People I love, and some of them I have known or spent time with over the years, and some not so much. But it's a beautiful opportunity for me to be with them, and also to just not manage. Just to kind of not manage. I was going to say allow, but no, just not manage. Just to relax into and follow the thread in the conversation, and see what wants to come out, yeah. So they're all pretty much under an hour, but yeah, I think you'll find them interesting. Love to hear your feedback on that. So let's meditate for a few minutes. We're yeah, good. We're doing good. I was just checking the time. I have an appointment. I have to be somewhere at 11. So we're rolling. Life. I don't do appointments very well. Okay. So we're going to drop into a little bit of meditation for a minute. Let's meditate together. And this is funny. It's a funny word, meditation. One of my teachers, Paul, Never called it meditation. He said, let's sit. And I think because meditation, we think there's something to do, and there's nothing to do. We're just going to sit. You know, you can close your eyes or not. Some people that facilitate, sitting, recommend that we have our eyes kind of a little bit open, just kind of, so not closed and not open, just loosely, um, and but it's up to you, whatever you like, closed, open, half open. So make sure that we're comfortable and secure in a way that we don't have to hold ourselves up, that our space can hold us up. If I have one of my meditation stools, it's, designed to help the back be straight. The way that it's made is designed for that. And yeah, it's just sit. We're going to go into the breath, in through the nose, out through the nose or mouth. But with me, what I like to do with the breath is I don't push it out. I just let it fall out. So just stay with the out till it's done. So in, and out. There's such a power in a way in the breath, because the breath brings us into the moment. It also moves oxygen into the whole body. And we focus on the breath and kind of breathe intentionally. It brings healing oxygen to the whole body. Oh, excuse me. It's okay to yawn. Just drop in with the breath into our body. Recognize that the body is a gift. The body is just such a gift. We are not our bodies. Sometimes identifying too strongly with our body keeps us from being here in this moment. So recognize that the body is very impermanent, that it comes and goes, and that we were here before the body, and we will be here after the body. So when thoughts are coming, remember that we're not our thoughts. Hear my voice, and it disturbs your thoughts. Know that we're in our thoughts. Be in the nothingness, be in the now. And the way, of course, because that nothingness and that now is our natural state, is to surrender gently, gently surrender our thoughts. Let them go. Just very gently. Just drop it in deeper and deeper. Be here now. Okay, just gently come back. Just gently come back. Come back when you're ready. Okay. Wow. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We're so blessed. We are so blessed. Okay. I have an interview today at 4 if you want to join us. Cody, young fella. Known Cody since he was in high school. And I think he's 37. Anyway, beautiful young man. I look forward to sharing time with Cody at 4 o'clock today. So join if you can. All right. Thanks, you guys.